A letter to Square Enix, reviving the classics for modern PlayStation consoles. Dear Square Enix, as a lifelong fan of your incredible catalog of games, stretching back to your days as Squaresoft, I've spent countless hours immersed in the worlds you've crafted. From the pixelated brilliance of the PlayStation 1 era to the ambitious storytelling of the PlayStation 3, your titles have left an indelible mark on my life. I even named my youngest daughter Shala after the enigmatic princess from Chrono Trigger, a testament to how deeply your work has resonated with me. However, as a dedicated PlayStation gamer who has owned many of your classics digitally on PS1, PS2, PS3, and handheld devices like the PSP and Vita, I find myself increasingly frustrated. So many of these beloved games, already purchased as digital PSN copies, are now inaccessible on modern consoles like the PS4 and PS5. This isn't just a personal grievance. It's a call to action from a fanbase that cherishes your legacy and longs to see it preserved and revitalized. Below, I've compiled a comprehensive list of Square Enix and Squaresoft games that were playable on earlier PlayStation consoles, PS1, PS2, PS3, and handheld devices, PSP, Vita, but remain unavailable natively on PS4 or PS5. For each, I'll make a heartfelt plea for why they deserve remastered ports on the PlayStation Store. These games represent a treasure trove of creativity, innovation, and nostalgia that shouldn't be left to fade into obscurity. PlayStation 1 Classics Chrono Trigger, PS1. Original platform, PS1 via Final Fantasy Chronicles. Why it's unavailable. While available digitally on PS3, PSP, Vita via PSN, it's not natively playable on PS4 or PS5. Plea. Chrono Trigger is widely regarded as one of the greatest RPGs ever made, with its time-traveling narrative, unforgettable characters like Shala, and Nobuo Uematsu's haunting score. I bought it digitally on PSN, yet I can't access it on my PS5 without jumping through emulation hoops. A remastered port, with enhanced visuals, modern controls, and perhaps even restored cut content, would introduce this masterpiece to a new generation, while letting fans like me relive it in style. Final Fantasy Tactics, PS1, original platform, PS1. Why it's unavailable. The PS1 version was on PSN for PS3, PSP Vita, but isn't on PS4, PS5. Only the PSP remake, War of the Lions, got broader attention. Plea. This tactical masterpiece defined a genre with its deep strategy and political intrigue. The original PS1 version deserves a remaster with cleaned-up visuals, and the option to toggle between the classic translation and War of the Lions' script. It's a travesty that my digital copy sits unusable on modern hardware. Vagrant Story, PS1, original platform PS1. Why it's unavailable, available digitally on PS3, PSP Vita, but not PS4, PS5. Plea. Yasumi Matsuno's dark cinematic RPG is a cult classic with a unique combat system and breathtaking art direction. A remaster with updated graphics and quality-of-life tweaks could finally give it the mainstream recognition it deserves. I'd love to explore Ashley Riot's journey on my PS5. Parasite Eve, PS1, original platform, PS1. Why it's unavailable, digitally available on PSP Vita, but not PS4 or PS5. Plea. Aya Brea's horror RPG hybrid was ahead of its time, blending survival horror with RPG mechanics. A remastered port with enhanced visuals and smoother gameplay would revive this overlooked gem for modern audiences. My PSN copy is gathering digital dust, please bring it back. Parasite Eve 2, PS1, original platform, PS1. Why it's unavailable, same as above, PS3, PSP Vita only. Plea. The sequel leaned harder into survival horror, delivering a tense and atmospheric experience. A dual remaster pack with the first game could reintroduce this series to fans and newcomers alike. It's criminal that such a unique franchise is locked away. Xenogears, PS1, original platform, PS1. Why it's unavailable digitally on PS3, PSP Vita, but not PS4, PS5. Plea. This ambitious epic, with its mech battles and philosophical depth, remains a fan favorite despite its rushed second disc. A remaster could polish its rough edges, enhance its visuals, and perhaps even complete its vision. I'd pay handsomely to play this on PS5. Brave Fencer Musashi, PS1. Original platform, PS1. Why it's unavailable, digitally on PS3, PSP Vita, but not PS4, PS5. Plea. This charming action RPG starring the pint-sized samurai Musashi deserves a second chance. A remaster with updated graphics and controls could turn it into a sleeper hit for modern players. My digital copy begs to be played again. Einhander, PS1, original platform, PS1. Why it's unavailable, digitally on PS3, PSP Vita, but not PS4, PS5. Plea. This visually stunning shoot-'em-up is a rare departure from your RPG roots, and it's a masterpiece of its genre. A remaster with HD visuals and online leaderboards would thrill retro fans and newcomers alike. PlayStation 2 gems Final Fantasy INT's PS2, original platform PS2 and PC. Why it's unavailable. The PS2 version was discontinued, and no modern console port exists beyond PC mobile updates. Plea. Your first MMORPG was a groundbreaking experience for PS2 players. A remastered single-player version, akin to the mobile project's direction, or a full PS5 port with updated servers could bring Vana'diel back to consoles in a big way. Dragon Quest V, Hand of the Heavenly Bride, PS2, original platform PS2, Japan only. Why it's unavailable, never localized for PS2 in the West, only the DS remake reached broader audiences. Plea, this emotional tale of family and legacy deserves a remastered PS2 port with English localization. The PS2 version's 3D visuals could shine on PS5 with a little love. Drakengard PS2, original platform PS2. Why it's unavailable, no PSN release, physical only. Plea. The precursor to Nier, this dark fantasy action RPG has a cult following for its twisted story. A remaster with improved combat and visuals could bridge the gap to Nier fans on PS4, PS5. Drakengard 2, PS2, original platform, PS2. Why it's unavailable, same as above. Plea. Though less revered, it expands the Drakengard universe. A dual remaster with the first game would satisfy completionists and lore enthusiasts alike. Musashi, Samurai Legend, PS2, original platform, PS2. Why it's unavailable, no digital release, physical only. Plea. This quirky sequel to Brave Fencer Musashi has a distinct cel-shaded style. A remaster could refine its clunky mechanics and reintroduce its charm to modern players. PlayStation 3 titles, Final Fantasy III, PS3, original platform, PS3. Why it's unavailable, no native 4 PS5 port, only backwards compatible on Xbox. Plea. Lightning Saga kicked off a polarizing but visually stunning trilogy. A remastered collection of all 3 games on PS5 would give it the polish and accessibility it deserves. My PS3 copy doesn't work on my PS5, fix this. Final Fantasy III 3-2, PS3, original platform, PS3. Why it's unavailable, same as above. Plea. With its time travel mechanics and improved gameplay, this sequel deserves a remaster to shine alongside its siblings. Don't leave it stranded on PS3. Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy XIII, PS3, original platform, PS3. Why it's unavailable, same as above. Plea. The trilogy's bold conclusion needs a remastered spotlight. A complete themed collection would honor this ambitious era of Final Fantasy. Drakengard 3, PS3, original platform, PS3. Why it's unavailable, no PS4, PS5 port, digital on PS3 only. Plea. Zero's brutal tale ties into Nier's legacy. A remaster with smoother performance and enhanced visuals would make it a must-play on modern consoles. The Third Birthday, PSP, playable on PS3. Vita via PSN, original platform, PSP. Why it's unavailable, PSN on PS3 or Vita, but not PS4 or PS5. Plea. Aya Brea's PSP outing was divisive but fascinating. A remaster could refine its controls and visuals, giving the Parasite Eve series a proper send-off. Plea. The PS4 remaster was great, but a PSP-style port with the original gritty aesthetic could appeal to retro fans alongside the HD version. The bigger picture, a plea for preservation. Square Enix, your legacy spans decades of groundbreaking games, many of which shaped the RPG genre and beyond. Yet, for fans like me who've supported you by purchasing these titles digitally on PSN, it's disheartening to see them locked to aging hardware. The fact that I own PSN copies of Chrono Trigger, Vagrant Story, and Final Fantasy XIII, yet can't play them on my PS5, is frankly insane. These aren't just games. They're pieces of cultural history that deserve to live on. You've shown a willingness to remaster classics like Final Fantasy VII and Saga Frontier, so why not extend that love to these titles? The PlayStation Store could host a Square Enix Classics section, offering remastered ports with updated visuals, trophy support, and quality-of-life improvements. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about accessibility and honoring your roots. Other companies like Capcom with its Resident Evil remasters have proven this model works. Please, Square Enix, hear this plea from a fan who's named his daughter after one of your characters. Bring these games to PS4 and PS5. Let me play Chrono Trigger with Shala by my side, controller in hand, on modern hardware. Your fans, and your legacy, deserve it. Sincerely a devoted fan, Scott Young, aka Sinfamous Gamer,